Welcome to this episode of Connecting Cherokee. I'm Amber Holcomb, Realtor with Atlanta Communities, and today's guest is Brian Mitchell with Silver Companions. Welcome, Brian.
Well, thanks for having me this morning.
Yes, absolutely.
Great to see you.
Happy to have you. So I know Brian because we run in some similar circles, and the more I got to know Brian and his business, the more I grew to appreciate just how serious he takes it and providing value wherever possible to his clients and the community. So that's why I wanted to have him on the show today, and he can tell us all about Silver Companions and what he offers and how it all got started.
All right. Thank you. Well, and thanks for asking. And, once again, the reason we're here is to kind of learn a little bit more about how we can all help each other and collaborate within the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my wife and I started Silver Companions well over a decade ago. The challenges with her family, first in Florida, and it became something we were going down and visiting her grandma every other weekend, right? Kind of cool, right? We're going down to Sun City Center, Florida, go visit grandma, go check in on her. Then it became an every weekend type of thing because by default, we were the closest family members. Us living here in Georgia, the rest of Leslie's family lived in Manhattan and in Texas. So we're just a hop, skip, and a jump being 7-8 hours away. So here we were going back and forth. Leslie has a teaching degree, but one of her challenges was not, she wasn't able to deal with the parents very well, right? So it became very obvious pretty quick when we spending time with her grandma a lot that she wasn't getting the care, she wasn't being cared of properly. The maid was trying to help with certain things. She's in fact a maid, right? She trusted her. She'd known her for like 20 years, but she was just a maid, really. Mm-hmm. So she was able to help her with a few things. Simple things like keeping her engaged, getting her out, cleaning the refrigerator out, going out and running errands, letting the dogs out, those types of things. Became more and more of a challenge for Leslie's grandmother. So here we are going back and forth. Long story short, she had a fall, ended up in a skilled nursing, got an infection, that type of thing, downward spiral. So in the meantime, while we're going through all this, we said, well, why can't we do something like this to help other people in Georgia to make an impact right in our backyard where we have connections? We did not know anything about home care. That's not what we were even thought we were going to be getting into. So, but we decided to start a home care business. Decided not to buy a franchise. Got the state licensing, broke down the state licensing packet. It took about a year, so we are licensed by the Department of Community Health, the Healthcare Facility Regulation Division, to help people around the house with meals, light housekeeping, and laundry and linens, and getting to and from appointments, and also help with the ADLs, bathing, grooming, incontinence care, toileting, that type of thing.
Yeah. From
just 4 or 5 hours a day to 24/7. And so the main focus is try to help people stay in their homes, avoid moving into the nursing home or the assisted livings that are popping up everywhere right now. But we do call us sitters in assisted living. I don't like the term, but I do call us sitters. We do some work in assisted living too, because sometimes somebody moves into an assisted living, they need extra attention as well. So they need someone to kind of get them up and going for the day, a little bit of watchful supervision, that type of thing.
Now, how big is your team?
Well, we have about, let's say, 50 care providers working right here in our backyard, serving mainly Cobb, Cherokee, North Fulton. We have a license in 9 counties or something, but we're not going to try to serve that many counties this day and age. Imagine trying to do that.
Not as populated as these are.
No, and with our office being right here in Town Lake, right here in Woodstock, it's pretty central to those areas that we can serve too.
Yeah. So. Well, I love that. So, what is your favorite memory working with a client?
We had a lot of good times. I had a lot of fun clients, but one of my really first really awesome clients, and we became family. That's kind of a natural progression when you're a care provider for someone. But he lived in Roswell. I would go pick him up first thing in the morning. He wanted to be on the go, so I'd pull up to where he lived, and we'd go to the Roswell Recreation Center so we can get some exercise, go to Kroger and get a free cookie. A lot of times we go to Kroger, the ladies would recognize him because we go there almost every day, and they come pin flowers. They come pin flowers on them. They would save the flowers that they were going to, throw out, so they would come and put that on him because he was just a very nice, fun-loving man. Of course, we got kicked out of a lot of restaurants in Roswell because he just wanted to make people laugh and cause levity to people's lives, right? Which most people understand, but unfortunately, there are people that don't. So then we pull up to a stoplight sometimes, and he'd always try to put his window down, and he'd tell the person in the car next to him to put their window down too, right? And he'd just ask him something funny, like, "Is it going to rain, or are you going straight ahead, or just something, something to try to get a laugh out of it?" And so we met a lot of people that way too.
Awesome.
Kind of a funny thing. One of the reasons we started working with him, he wasn't able to drive. So I guess what kind of prompted us to go was that he thought it'd be kind of funny, because just joking around, to kind of point his car at one of the maintenance men with the golf cart one of the maintenance where he lived, and of course that they didn't think that was that funny. So they told him he could not park his car there. He was not allowed to do it. So we had to park his car at his daughter's house around the corner. So I would go to her house, pick his car up, and then go pick him up.
That's what could go wrong with, whatever.
And I got really good at Rummy Cube too. So we used to play Rummy Cube all the time. That was one of his favorite games. We'd go over to memory care. His wife lived in memory care. We'd go around sometimes and play with them too. But we would play. That would be a game we would play almost every day.
Awesome. Yeah. So you're considered like family when you are involved in your clients' lives and their family, and so having that connection is important. So do you think that is one of the things that your clients like best about working with Silver Companions, or is there something else that you bring to the table?
I think that is a big part of it, because we're not a franchise. Leslie and I started this business ourselves from scratch. We decided not to just get into it because seniors is a growing industry. It's got to be here in your heart, right? So if you're a care provider, I think people can tell that you are actually trying to make a difference, that you're trying to provide a solution to them instead of just throwing something together and hoping it works, like throwing spaghetti against the wall, right? So that is what we're known for, not only as care providers, but also providing solutions to people. And home care might not be the best option for you. I'm happy to walk you through what it is you're trying to accomplish. Hey, have you thought about home health, or, what about, assisted living or adult day? Those types of things. How do they all fit in the picture too? Trying to fill in the blanks for people on home health and hospice and palliative care and home care. How do they all work together? A lot of people don't understand all those things.
Right. There's so many variables, and how do people determine how each of these pieces work and which one actually is appropriate for them?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so what is the next level for your business?
Okay. Well, we are, we've been really focusing on education. The educational aspect is so important to us right now. We're putting our money where our mouth is. We're doing quarterly events too for the educational aspect. We just had an event with like 70 people came to our office in Town Lake. It was very well received. All the feedback was positive. It was very impactful for people who participated in the simulation. And some people did not participate in the simulation. They watched others participate and they saw them struggle.
What was the simulation?
Okay, so it was an aging simulation which had low vision goggles and all sorts of things that you and I take for granted. So we're making it hard. We were making it harder for people to simply button things, or even writing checks, those types of things. So next time we do one, I'll make sure that you
Yeah, I was
get
out of town
invited.
for that
That's right.
one.
So,
Yeah.
but we are, and then also when I'm talking about education, okay, so we want to make sure that when we have a care provider going to someone's home, that they're trained on the client-specific conditions, right? We want to go a little deeper than that too, because sometimes you have families who are struggling. They feel like they don't have enough information. We're able to give those families through a nationally accredited training program. We can give them those training modules as
Okay.
well. We just did that this week. Someone had a new diagnosis. They're super scared about it. Well, you can go online and start Googling things. But if you want to actually learn the true facts, then we're able to provide that training to you as well. So we open up seats for our training program to family care providers as well.
Okay. That's fabulous. Yeah. I love that. I mean, that really does show your clients and the community that you want to better the situation. You want to help improve and educate so you get better outcomes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So important to understand the outcome of what it is you're trying to do.
Yes, absolutely. So how do you want to scale your business?
Okay. Well, since once again we're not a franchise, there's been talks of especially pre-COVID, of opening an office and somewhere else, so we can make more of an impact in Georgia. But right now we can't help everybody, right? God bless everybody who's working right now, right? So there are instances where when you're asking about scaling things, well, we have grown. We've grown a lot. I feel like we are making an impact right here. All the feedback we've been getting. But when you're talking about trying to grow, just to do that, that's not what we have an interest in doing, because we are making an impact right here in our backyard. That we could do that down the road. We've got all the policies that we're tightening up behind the scenes that we are doing many things different, especially technology is a lot different than it was even just a few years ago. So that's ever increasing. So how can you leverage some of these other things? Maybe there's AI options to help people age in place a little bit longer. So those are also things we're looking at. So thank you for asking.
Yes, absolutely. So now here's the fun question.
Yeah.
What is something that most people wouldn't know about you?
Oh, well, we lived in Hong Kong for a little while, so I can sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" in Chinese. Well, you're not going to get that today. You have to wait till Christmas, and I'll sing. So
okay, yeah. So close. All right. Well, what do you like to do for fun?
I do spend a lot of time on the lake, whether it's just fishing, boating. Good. Spend a lot of time at home too. You know what? We work pretty hard, so sometimes we just want to kick our feet back and relax too.
That's my favorite part. Yes. Is being able to enjoy the home that you work so hard to keep up and to have. Yep. All right, Brian. So what is a nugget of wisdom from your line of work that you would like to share?
Okay. Nugget of wisdom. Well, first of all, there's actually a couple that I think I want to share. One would be, you can't be everything to everybody, right? You try to do that, you burn the candle at both ends, what happens? And that also comes along with the second nugget is take a break. Everybody needs a little bit of a break. So many times we'll have somebody calling us, a family care provider, and caring for husband, wife, son, daughter, whatever it is, and they are just burnt out. Ask for help ahead of time. God forbid something happens to you as a care provider and you're caring for your ailing loved one who has dementia or just limited mobility. They put you in a real tight spot. So definitely take a break. Ask for help. Ask for people who want to. There's people who want to help out there, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's somebody from the church member, volunteers, neighbors, things like that. Those are all great ways to get others involved. You want to gauge their level of commitment too. So so if they're able to help, we want to see how they might be able to, because when you are dealing with a family care provider who needs help, it needs to be consistent. They need to be able to have their own time where they can go out, get their hair done, nails done, go out to lunch, dinner, with friends, family, spend some time away. Right.
So is that a service that Silver Companions offers? Is it maybe an ad hoc respite where you come in and say, we'll take over doing these things but it doesn't have to be an ongoing service. It could be this month we'll give you a break on these days.
Yeah. So the one thing I'll say about that, you want to be consistent on all ends. It's better
Okay.
for everybody because it's not like ordering a pizza, right?
Right.
We're having a care provider come in and spend time with someone, keep them engaged. You want to get to know that person too, because if you do it every once in a while and you don't have the same person, you're going to be your anxiety level is going to go up too, right? So
Right.
who is this? What are they doing? It takes a while to figure out as a care provider what it is that we need to do at this home. It's one thing just to rattle off a care plan or read the care plan, which of course that's part of your job as a care provider when you get to a client's home, or try to learn about them ahead of time when you get there. But that's different when you're actually in someone's home trying to, whether it's where the trash is, do we do the dishes, what do we do with the laundry, like, do you want us to do this, do you not want us to do this? So that comes with consistency over time.
And that makes sense. Okay. All right, Brian. Well, we're at the end of the interview here.
Right.
So what is the best way for people to find you online?
Very easy. Thank you for asking. It's just silvercompanions.com.
And what a great name.
Thank you.
I just love that. It's very easy to understand what your business is and what you do. And I think it's great. So great branding.
I appreciate that.
So silvercompanions.com, and any social media?
Yep. Yep. We find us on Facebook. Just Silver Companions Inc. should come right up.
Okay.
Facebook, LinkedIn, all that good stuff too.
Right.
So look me up, Brian Mitchell, Silver Companions. Thank you guys.
And I will have all of his information readily available here on this Connecting Cherokee website, as well as on YouTube and Facebook, where this will be shared. So stay tuned. And if you are interested in being featured, like Brian here today, reach out to me, let me know. And if you would like to have a discussion about real estate or my estate transition services, please let me know. I'm happy to help. Thank you.
Bye.